Hello everyone, welcome to Rajeshwari's Commerce and Management Study Hub. I am Rajeshwari here. Let us continue a different problem on the ratio analysis. In the previous videos with concepts, we have solved the example problems also. So if you are not watched, kindly watch those videos. It will help you to understand the concepts. Now let us understand today's question with the help of given information, how you are preparing the balance sheet. Here gross profit is given. Shareholders fund, gross profit margin, credit sales to total sales 80%, total asset turnover 0.3 times, inventory turnover 4 times, average collection period is 20 days. Based on 360 days per year we have taken, current ratio 1.8, long term debt to equity 40%. So here we are under liability side, we can find out the creditors, long-term debt and shareholders fund. Asset side, cash, debtors, inventories and the fixed assets we can find out with the help of this given information. So how we are calculating? Now let us understand with the solution. The first ratio we are calculating is, that is gross profit ratio. Gross profit. Gross profit. Here gross profit margin is given. Margin ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಎಷ್ಟು gross profit margin? 20%. GP margin 20%. And GP is also given. What is the amount of GP? GP is rupees 54,000. GP is rupees 54,000. Now, with the help of these information, we can find the sales. Right? How? It is GP divided by GP margin 20%. So, what is our sales? GP is 54,000. 54,000 divided by margin is 20%, right? Divided by 20%. So it is 2,70,000. 2,70,000 is sales, right? Now next let us find out the credit sales. Credit sales. Credit sales we are finding with the help of the total sales, and credit sales to total sales is 80%. So 80% of total sales is credit sale. The meaning is 80% ಏನಿದೆ ಟೋಟಲ್ ಸೇಲ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅದಷ್ಟು ಕ್ರೆಡಿಟ್ ಸೇಲ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಕ್ರೆಡಿಟ್ ಸೇಲ್ is equals to 80% of total sales. Total sales ಎಷ್ಟು? Just now we have found, right? That is 2,70,000 is total sales. 2,70,000. In 2,70,000, 80% means 80% is into 80%. 2,16,000 is credit sales. Rupees 2,16,000. 2,16,000 ಏನು credit sale. ಈಗ total assets ನ find out ಮಾಡೋಣ. Total assets one by one as per the given order only we are calculating. Total assets. What is the formula for total asset turnover? Total asset turnover ratio is equals to sales divided by total assets. So why we found sales? Now understood? Because to calculate all the remaining turnover ratios, we need sales here. Right? Turnover means it is completely depends on the revenue whatever we have generated. Revenue means whatever the sales, through sales we have generated, right? So that is why sales we have calculated. Sales divided by total asset. Here the ratio is given. So what is your ratio for a total asset turnover? It is 0.3 and sales is 2,70,000 is our sales, total sales, and total asset we need to find out. Total assets. Now cross multiplication here, total assets is equals to 2,70,000 divided by 0.3. 2,70,000 divided by 70,000 divided by 0.3 is 9 lakh. 9 lakh is our total assets. Total assets is 9 lakh, right? Then inventory turnover. Inventory turnover. Inventory turnover ratio. What is the formula for inventory turnover ratio? COGS, that is cost of goods sold divided by inventory into 100. Cost of goods sold, how we will find out? We have total sales. From this, if we minus GP, 54,000. Right? From total sales, if we minus GP, we'll get COGS. So what do you mean by COGS? Cost of goods sold. Whatever we have spent for the production, that is opening stock plus purchases plus direct expenses minus closing stock. So that is why here we don't have other information, but we have sales. When we have sales, if we deduct the gross profit from sales, we'll get COGS. Now 2,70,000 minus 54,000 is 2,16,000. 2,16,000 is COGS, and here we need to find out ITR is given. ITR is 4 times inventory. Now what we need to find out? Inventory 2,16,000 divided by 4 times. Right? 2,16,000 divided by 4. 54,000 is our inventory. 54,000 is inventory. Now we need to find out debtors. To find out debtors, we need credit sales, right? Debtors means what? Our customers. For those we have given on credit basis, sold goods on credit basis, right? So credit sales divided by, what is the average period we have taken? 360 days into the average period is given in the question is 20. Here average collection period is 20 days. So credit sale is, we have found the credit sale also, that is 2,16,000. 2,16,000 into 20 divided by 360 days. Credit sales into 20 divided by 360 days. Now let us calculate. 2,16,000 into 20 divided by 360 is 12,000. 12,000. Right. Then we need to find out creditors. Current ratio. Current ratio. Before that, we need to find out creditors also, because debtors we have already. So creditors, We will find creditors. In this question, we have calculated total asset. What does total asset means? The total asset means this is the total of asset side, right? Total assets means this includes both the current assets, fixed assets, right? So that is 9 lakh. That is 9 lakh. And in question, the long term debt to equity is 40%. The meaning is, in out of total equity, the 40% will be considered as a long term debt. So the long term debt is how much? Long term debt ಸಾಲ ಏನಿದೆ ಅದು 40% ಆಫ್ ಈಕ್ವಿಟಿ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಈಕ್ವಿಟಿ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಅಲ್ಲಿ 40%. And equity value is given, that is shareholders fund is 6 lakh. Now in 6 lakh, the 40% will be considered as an long term debt, right? So 6 lakh into 40%, 2,40,000. 2,40,000 is what? Long term debt, right? So we know what is the total of asset side. And liability side, we have long term debt and shareholders fund. Now the remaining balance we are going to consider as our creditors. Now what is our total? Total of asset side is 9 lakh. This is total of asset side. In liability side, we have 6 lakh of equity. Then 2,40,000 of long term debt. Long term debt. Now what is the balancing figure? 9 lakh minus 6 lakh minus 2,40,000. So the remaining 60,000, the balancing figure 60,000 will be considered as our creditors. Understood? ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಟೋಟಲ್ ಅಸೆಟ್ಸ್ ನಮ್ಮ ಹತ್ರ ಇದೆ. ಟೋಟಲ್ ಅಸೆಟ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು? ಅಸೆಟ್ ಸೈಡ್ ಟೋಟಲ್, ಬೋತ್ ಫಿಕ್ಸ್ಡ್ ಅಸೆಟ್ ಕರೆಂಟ್ ಅಸೆಟ್ ಸೇರಿ 9 lakhs ಅಂತ. ಈಗ ಲಯಬಿಲಿಟಿ ಸೈಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಲಾಂಗ್ ಟರ್ಮ್ ಡೆಪ್ತ್ ನ ಫೈಂಡ್ ಔಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದಿರಿ, ಮತ್ತೆ ಈಕ್ವಿಟಿ ಎಷ್ಟಂತ ಗೊತ್ತು. ನಾವ್ ಇವಾಗ ಫೈಂಡ್ ಔಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಾಗಿರೋದು ಕ್ರೆಡಿಟರ್ಸ್. ಸೊ ಇಫ್ ವಿ ಮೈನಸ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ದ ಟೋಟಲ್ ಅಸೆಟ್ the whatever the available balances in the liability side, the balancing figure we will get, no, that will be considered as our creditors, because we don't have any other informations and other items list also here. So only creditors we are considering as a remaining balance, right? Now let us find out the current ratio, and to find out current ratio also we need creditors. So current ratio is current ratio. So what is the formula for current ratio? Current asset divided by current liabilities. Current liabilities. Right? Current asset divided by current liabilities. Now what are all the current assets are available with us? We have debtors, right? Value of debtors we have inventory, then we have cash, and under current liability side we have creditors. So debtors is how much? Debtors is 12,000. Debtors 12,000 plus inventory is here. Inventory is 54,000. Inventory is 54,000 plus cash is we need to find out. And what is our current liability creditor is 60,000. And we have the current ratio. What is our current ratio? It is 1.8. 1.8. Now what we are doing, the cross multiplication of the current ratio, the ratio is given into current liability is equals to 54 plus 12,000, it is 66,000 plus cash, right? 66,000 plus cash. Now 1.8 into 60,000 is 1,08,000. 1,08,000 is equals to 66,000 plus cash. So what we need? Cash from 1,08,000 minus 66,000 is equals to, cash is 42,000. Cash is 42,000, right? Now just we'll cross check the ratio. Whatever we have got, 66 plus 42 divided by 60,000 plus 66 is just 1,08,000 divided by 60,000 divided by, divided by 60,000, 1.8. The values which we have found is exactly correct. Okay. Now let us prepare the balance sheet. Balance sheet. Liabilities. Amount. Assets. Amount. Now first what we have found, right? We have our credit sales. That is, first we will take shareholders fund. Holders fund. Equity. Equity is 6 lakh, right? Equity is 6 lakh. Then the total we know. What is the total amount? Total is 9 lakh. Total is 9 lakh. Equity 6 lakh. We have long term debt 40% which we have calculated, that is 2,40,000, right? 2,40,000. 2,40,000. Creditors 60,000. Done. Liability side tally. Now asset side. Cash is 42,000. Debtors is 12,000. Inventories is 54,000. Now whatever the remaining balancing figure is there, that we will consider as our fixed assets. So what is our balancing figure? 9 lakh minus 42,000 minus 12,000 minus 54,000. Seven lakh 92,000, right? 7,92,000 is our fixed assets, right? I hope you all understood. In the upcoming video, I'll upload more problems on the ratio analysis and previous year questions also I will upload. Thank you for watching. If you are not yet subscribed, kindly subscribe the channel. press bell icon to receive update. Have a great day, and only practice makes you perfect, so keep practicing.